I watched the movie Paris, Texas the other night, starring the late, great Harry Dean Stanton. And in it, he plays this man who owns a small plot of land, undeveloped, in Paris, Texas, which was sort of a nowhere place. The land wasn't worth much. Now, the movie is not really about this piece of property, but the movie does explore the value to Stan's character of that piece of land in Paris, Texas. In a key scene, he describes how, to him, the land has great potential and how he hoped that it would serve as a place to build a home for him and his young family. It's a very touching scene, very powerful movie. And in part because it is something that audiences can identify with. That is, it is universally recognized that when one owns property, even if it is a small, dusty, undeveloped strip in the middle of nowhere, well, that person has something of significance, something, with real potential, something to hold on to, something to protect. Well, the same is true with respect to intellectual property. This is You and I, Esquire, the channel where you and I discuss intellectual property, its value, its potential, and most importantly, how to protect it properly. You are a content creator. To me, a content creator is anyone who creates and owns intellectual property. And intellectual property covers many things. It includes all manner of creative expression. So a movie, a book, a painting, a photograph, a piece of music, a YouTube video. If you create any of these things, you are a content creator in my book. And the content that you have created is your intellectual property. Also, perhaps you are an entrepreneur with a startup. Well, then you are also a content creator. Your brand, your logo, your designs, your inventions, your ideas, all of these are considered intellectual property. All of these things are considered content. And if you want to make money from your content, then you must begin by legally protecting your content. And at You and I, Esquire, you learn to do precisely that. Now, the I in You and I, Esquire is me. My name's Keith Fraser. I'm a lawyer here in California where I have practiced and specialized in intellectual property law for the last, 20 years or so. And the reason I started this channel is because what I have witnessed in those past 20 years or so can best be described, well, as a content revolution. A revolution in how content is created, a revolution in how content is distributed, a revolution in how content is consumed, even a revolution in what is considered content. And in my opinion, these changes promise to alter significantly intellectual property law and the role of intellectual property in our, what is now a truly globally connected culture. And bottom line is this: whereas, intellectual property and intellectual property law was once the domain of the large and well-funded corporation, that's not the case anymore. It is now, more than ever, the domain of the individual, like you and me. Us content creators are ever-growing in number, and the intellectual property we create is and will be of increasingly significant value. You and I, Esquire, exist to ensure that you take control of your intellectual property rights, that you know how to recognize these rights, how to value them, how to secure them, and how to enforce them. So please like and subscribe and join us as we continue to revolutionize not just content, but also intellectual property law as well.